Day 65, moderation with Mare. Any mountain is high enough. We are currently on hour 14 of what has turned into a 16 and a half hour shift. Your girl's tired. She's tired, but she did agree to this. And so today is often, as it is often the case, is a day of reflection. I'm just thinking about younger me, who used to do 16 hours on the regular. It's very common for nurses to work a 12 and then tack on another 4 and come back the next day and do it again. Or if you're switching from days to nights, to add on another 4 hours. And I used to do it quite regularly. Financially motivated, guilt motivated. You don't want to leave your patients without care. You don't want to let your coworkers have a larger workload than is safe. But there's a cost to that. There's a cost to that, and physical health is definitely one of them. I'm curious. I remember working when I was working my full-time 12s in Edmonton and looking around at like for older staff, and I'm like, there's not that many, and the ones that are here, like, they're kind of amazing, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do what they do for as long. There's like a certain personality type that can work until retirement in these places, and I just knew I wasn't one of them. I remember distinctly thinking at some point that I could wake up in 3 years and nothing would have changed except my body would have broken down, because you kind of just, when you're working 12s and you're in that environment, you kind of can lose yourself fairly easily, and it's normalized because the people you're around are also doing it. And there's this element that's really cool, to be able to work in something you love. I know I didn't go into nursing because I just wanted to help people or care for them. That was a huge part of it, but a huge aspect of it. But a lot of it was because it's cool. Medicine is cool. Watching people get broken apart and then put back together is really fascinating. And part of the thing that I grieve is the loss of that passion and desire to learn, that loss of the energy to be in awe at the human body and what it can do and the stories that people come in with. I still am interested, but nowhere in the way that I used to be when I was younger. Then I think the burnout and fatigue takes that away from you a little bit. It becomes just the thing you do to survive, or the thing you do to pay for the condo you built or the life you've created. And I'm just noticing that can really play deeply into health and into self-care and into self-love. Self-care in that case was always secondary, right? And so in this year of self-care, it's a lot of unlearning these behaviors that I've learned in this system, but also that the seeds were started long before I came here. There's a lot of people pleasers in healthcare. There's a lot of people that come in with an open heart and want to help, and that quickly dissolves into moral distress, into burnout, into burnout is essentially, for me, it was like a marked lack of energy or desire to participate in life, and there's physiological things that support that, but that's the overwhelming thing where you just don't want to do life. And that's really sad, because life is kind of cool, and there's a lot of cool stuff out there. And I'm just kind of honoring past me right now as I'm doing these extra hours, which again is not very common, but circling back around to some of the beliefs and the patterns that got me here. So grateful that my body can do this, grateful that I can show up so people can get their surgeries and all these things, but also with a little bit more discernment of age and experience, saying don't let this be normal. Any mountain's high enough. Here we go.